Hey everyone, this is Sam from Pro Power Ag. I just wanted to make a quick video of the new changes that we pushed out here for spring. I just wanted to make a quick 10 to 15 minute video just kind of going over everything really quick. So basically what we're going to cover, what is new is we can create generics, generic chemicals and add them to our price sheets. We can set weed resistances. We can share farms to anyone. We have a new crop blade. We can add logos, your personal logo to stuff. We have a new spray report, and we have the per 100 gallon rating for adjuvants and stuff. So maybe we'll start out in the crop blade, and a good example of what me and my dad back home were looking at this last weekend was some soybean pre-emerge. He mentioned that, you know, he uses Sonic pretty much every year, so I said, well, maybe we should look at some new options just to kind of change that chemistry up a little bit. So around there we have water hemp, lamb's quarter, basically common ragweed. So then all we need to do is do soybean pre-emerge, get your weeds in there and hit get data. And what this will do is it'll sort everything out by soybeans. So this is all of your options you got basically, and then we're putting them in order from best to worst in a sense. So as you can see, he's got Sonic right down here. Pretty good product. It probably fits his operation pretty well, but you know, it might be a good idea to switch up that chemistry. So we'll maybe look at Fierce, and if I click on this, it'll populate a little donut chart down here just for comparing purposes. So we'll do Fierce, we'll compare what we have been using, and then we'll maybe compare, you know, something down here like Authority MTZ. So basically what you can see off these donut charts is it comes up with a percentage. So out of all these weeds, taking each one into account, we can expect, you know, 95% control, comparing that to Sonic 91, comparing that to Authority MTZ 85, and it looks like down here we got your individual ratings. It looks like where the Authority MTZ is falling a little bit short is kind of in the common ragweed, a little bit in the water hemp there. But this is just another simple tool to just kind of, you know, utilize this data to the best of your abilities. And then these right here are obviously links going back to the chemical tab right here, which you guys know about. So that's the crop blade. Now maybe we'll go into, while we're in chemicals here, create a generic chemical. So this comes in handy when you know, if you're using generics, you're not using all name brand stuff. It happens quite a bit. So now we can actually make that chemical in the chemical blade and then add it to our price sheet. And basically how we do that, there is some, you know, basic information here on how we do that, but basically what we do is we select a parent chemical, and that will drag all of the data ratings we have, and then we basically just assign the new name to it. So if we do a generic of Roundup, we'll select Roundup as the parent chemical. We want to share this to everyone in our account, and everyone in our account is, right now it's just me and myself. So if you go up to manage subscription, it's every one of these keys here, and it's just my other email basically. Okay, so if we come in here, create a custom chemical, click on that, select a parent, Roundup, make sure it's shared to everyone, so that way, you know, 4 or 5 different people don't make the same product. Everyone has one. What we're gonna do is Durango. So if we do custom chemical name, Durango, and then we'll maybe pull up Durango's label here. Hit that, and what we're looking for is the manufacturer name. So we'll just copy paste that in there. We got Durango by Dow AgroSciences. Continue. We just got one more, that's advanced details. We got a label link, so we'll actually open that up and then just copy and paste the URL. And that's just quicker, easier to get at the label from wherever you're at. Edit compatible crops, you can take these away, you can add new ones in, whatever you want to do. Your active ingredients, this is a 5 pound per gallon. You can add more if you want, and then you will select, you know, pounds per pound or pounds per gallon. We're going to leave it like that. And then relative effectiveness. This is basically, you know, just to adjust this generic compared to Roundup Power Max, and this will change every single rating evenly. So if we think Durango is going to do 90% as good as Roundup, we'll set that, but we're just going to keep it as 100 because it's pretty much the same thing. Baseline cost, let's just say it's $20 per gallon. And let's just say a standard use rate, we're going to do 32 fluid ounces. Okay, and that's basically it. And then once you create this chemical, it's available across the whole platform. It gets treated just like any other chemical. So now we got Durango, generic of Roundup. We are sharing it with everyone. You can always come back and edit all this stuff later. And here's all the ratings. All these ratings are an exact copy of what Roundup Power Max is. Okay, if that makes sense. So basically now what we'll do is we'll get into the setting weed resistances, and that's pretty simple. You just come in here, you search for your chemical just like you normally would. We're going to do Durango, hit weed resistances here, add weed resistance, and we're going to do a weed resistance to water hemp. And let's just say that Durango is going to control, for our area, let's just say it's going to control 50% of the population. Changes have not been saved yet, and make sure to save. And now, as you can see, water hemp is down here at 40. It was at 80. And now that's going to get changed across the whole platform as well. So when we see Durango in the weeds tab, when we see Durango in the crops tab, when we start doing calculations in the recommendation tab, all that information is going to be tugged along with Durango. And again, make sure you add that to your price sheets. So I'm just going to go to my price sheet here. We're going to add chemical. We're going to add Durango. This is what we just put in. We can adjust it if we want. Add it, and now it's in our new price sheet. So while we're in here, we'll maybe make a product, and we'll explain the gallon per 100, or the rate per 100 rather. That's a new feature that we got just to make it more functional and customizable. So maybe we'll just do straight up AMS. We'll do 50 cents a pound. Use rate, we're gonna have 8.5 pounds per 100. Okay, and so gallons of acre per water, this is just so we can populate this price per acre here. You can change that at any time. If you're making, you know, custom field and whatever you're gonna do, that'll be in your field history where you can change that for the last time and save it. But for right now, we'll just keep it at an even 10. Add that. There it is in our products. So then if we come in here and we make a simple recommendation, sample 2, select our price sheet. Let's just do corn, post-emerge. Let's do water hemp. Let's do lamb's quarter. And then we're just going to put in our new chemical, Durango. We're going to put in our new product, AMS. And we can change this again right now if we want. But basically that's going to be 8.5 pounds per 100 gallon. And as you can see, our new resistance rating right here is going to show up. So then we'll save this to field, new field history, example per 100. It's a pretty long name, but we'll go with it. So we're in sample 2. So we'll come down here to that. We will find this. And now, as you can see, everything is still being taken into account here. We got this 10 here. We can change this now to maybe 7. And that'll just kind of keep going along here. So this is what we'll actually end up doing with AMS. That's why I just keep it at 10. And we can, you know, edit this, of course, just like at any time. set our mix order. We want AMS then Durango. Any notes? We can edit this information too. Maybe we were doing it. If you press this button here, it'll bring it right to today's date. So we got 4, update. Now a new feature we have is that we can use your personal logo. I just uploaded ours, but you can upload your personal logo, and I'll show you that here in a second. And that will be on the top of your field history. So if we just select the logo we want, generate PDF. That logo will be up here. Of course, this title's way too long, but that's kind of the functionality of that. And then we got our 8.5 pounds per 100 gallon. How much product do we need per load? How much product are we going to need total to finish the field? It's only 100 acres here. And then the prices with everything. Another example of what we can do here, and maybe I'll just pick a better field. Another thing that we added is in the PDF here, you can create, I want to use that logo again. We want to create a spray application. So this is something that would be more towards, you know, giving it to your sprayer so he has the information to do what he wants. Field summary is going to show this performance. That's basically the only difference. But just to see what that looks like here, we're going to open that up. Now you have applied acres. So at the end of the field, you can fill in your applied acres. You got all the information here. You got your logo. You got what you put down, the rate you put down, and the cost of it. You got the place for your applicator license number, applicator signature, and then a map here that you can draw in the field any notes you want with that. Okay, so I'll just show you really quick where you actually put those logos in so you can use them when you're printing that stuff out. Basically all you do is you come up here in your account, go to My Account, My Logos, and then we'll just redo this really quick. Basically you just choose a file and upload it. So choose the file. We're going to do this one. Open. There it is, ppagfinal.png. Upload it. And there it is. So then when you have multiples, you can make whichever one you want default. Here's some basic instructions. These are good instructions to make sure the logo shows up as good as possible. But that's basically how you do that right in your account there. Okay, last thing we're going to look at, a really good change, really big change, is sharing your farm to separate people. So say we have 3 agronomists working at one location. I have my growers, you know, the other agronomists have their growers, but we want to be able to share with everyone in our account, so that way if someone's gone, everyone still has the information. Or if you're a farmer, you know, you can share it with your hired hand, you can share it with whoever's keeping the books, whatever you want to do. Another interesting thing people are doing is an agronomist will share just the grower's field with the grower. So that way he has all the records, he knows exactly what's going on, he knows exactly what is being sprayed out there, and that's just a great way to kind of connect, you know, the agronomist with the grower, and he knows exactly what's going on. He knows exactly how much he's going to spend, budget for, and whatever you want to do with that. But basically all you do is it's on a farm by farm basis. So I have Hanson Farm, Johnson Farm, and then just my sample farm here, just for examples. So Hanson Farm, we can see this farm is being shared to others. It's being shared to everyone in my account, which is basically just me and my other email. But all you do is come in here, go to this options tab, edit, and then make sure this is checked, and then you can share to everyone, just for simplicity if you have a whole bunch of people in your account. Or you can share to specific people. So if there's multiple locations, you just want the people in your location. If you just want your farmer to see this, you just select read only or read and write just to that farmer. Then when he logs on, he's not going to have any of this stuff down here. He's just going to have his information. We got come in here and edit. Read only is you can see everything, you can print it off, but you can't edit the actual information in there. Read and write, obviously you can edit all that information and do whatever you want with it. So just as a new example, we'll share this sample field with my other person in this account. So we're going to share it. We only have me and my other email. We're just going to do read only. I just want him to look at it. I don't want him to edit anything. He can print it off if he wants. If the farmer shows up for his stuff, he can print off what he needs, get them loaded up, and get them out there in the field. We're just going to update that. And then now when I'm logged in on my other account, all I'm going to be able to see is this sample field here. And I won't be able to edit anything. I'll just be able to see this one. And then these ones, I believe, are read and write. So I'll be able to read and write these ones and just see this one. So those are the basic changes we made for this next spring season. Again, we got create generics, so you can fill out your price sheet completely no matter what product you have. Got the per 100 rate, so you don't have to do any more calculations. You don't have to convert that to pounds per acre or gallons per acre. Got the spray report for your sprayers. You can edit more information on there. Put your custom logo on there. You got the crop blade for some more planning options and some more tools to use that data with. You got farm sharing, so you can see your agronomist information, or the agronomist can share with other agronomists. Whatever you want to do, we leave it up to you guys. Set weed resistances. That really makes this program yours truly and customized to your area. And yeah, those are the basic changes. So thanks for sticking around and watching this video. Have a good spring.